Hi, friends. My best wishes to all. I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Why am I using this YouTube channel? Because if I share my contents through YouTube channel, I can exactly see how many of you are using it and how many of you are not using it. So I get exact data, exact figure. That is why I am using my YouTube channel to share this valuable information with you. I also request you if you could subscribe. It's up to you, my dear students. I'm sure you all are fine, you all are healthy. Please take care of your health. Today, I am with a very beautiful topic: importance of self-management. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Now, if you listen the whole audio, then you prove yourself that you are self-managed. Please listen. If you listen to this whole audio, then you prove that you are self-managed. And then we are successfully, along with theory, also practicing self-management practically. Please take time to listen whatever I am saying. If not possible in one time, please make it a little bit, drag out this one, the player handle, and listen it again. Now, if you listen the whole audio, then you prove yourself that you are self-managed. And if you just listen it for few minutes, then I recommend that you should listen the whole audio, and you are not actually self-managed. I recommend that you have to listen to this audio because I have almost covered. This is the first part of chapter 5. The next part I will be giving by within 2-3 days. So I recommend that you should listen to this audio. Self-management and self-transformation is closely related to each other, my dear friends. Self-management and self-transformation is very closely related to each other. Self-management is managing yourself alone, not taking the help of anyone, not by taking help of your parents, your brothers, sisters, uncle, teachers. This sounds very easy, but it's not like that. It's not like that. If I just give a lecture on self-management and close down, for me it is not appropriate. So let me give you a little insight of self-management. I'm sure this will benefit you in many ways. This is not only benefit you to complete lesson 5. This will also benefit you to lead a successful life, to lead a happy life. So, please listen. A confused mind will never help for self-management and transformation if our mind is a confused mind. And most of our mind is always confused. A monkey mind can never achieve self-management and transformation. Monkey mind, monkey. Our mind is also like behaving same like monkey. It is just now in a banana tree right now. In a few seconds it will go to the apple tree, then it will go to orange tree, then guava tree. It will just destroy everything. So the monkey mind also will destroy everything, and it is been destroying it for many years. For many years, many students are destroyed. Many, not only students, I will say, many people is destroyed because of this monkey mind. So I said a confused mind will never help you to achieve self-management and transformation, as well as a monkey mind also will never help you to achieve self-management and transformation. Perhaps you can work like a machine and manage yourself like all others are doing. You know, when we drive a bike or when we get into a bicycle, we ride mechanically, and when we cook, when we study, and we do such many other things, we do it mechanically. But in this way, you will achieve nothing. You will become a machine finally, and that is not your life. And that is really you don't want to be in your life. Dear students, in your book it is said that nobody will help you for self-management. No one. No one will help you for self-management, and nobody can help you for self-management. Some can scold you, some can beat you, some can force you. But in this way, self-management is not possible. It's not possible in this way, self-management. So, it's only you who will bring self-management and transformation in your life. A transformed life is a happy life and a successful life. Now, before I go into self-management skills, now by this you have come to know what is self-management. You know what is self-management. So, managing yourself without any external help, that is self-management. Now, before going into self-management skills, I would like to give you a word that will help you to manage yourself. And this word is a very special word, and this word is awareness. Awareness, AWARENESS, awareness. In Hindi, it is called hosh. Hosh, you know, hosh, behosh, hosh kho dena, behosh ho jana. So, most of us, we are always behosh. We don't know exactly what we are doing. So, what is awareness? It is your presence, but not physical, because physical presence is not real awareness. Only physical presence will not help you to manage yourself and bring transformation. You have faced several situations in your life where you were sitting in a classroom and your teacher was delivering his or her lecture, and you are just looking at him or her, just staring very keenly. You are observing very minutely, but you are just looking only, and you haven't heard anything, you haven't listened anything. When you are asked by the teacher any question, you don't have a reply. You don't have any reply. How will you reply? Because you are physically present inside, but mentally you are somewhere else. So self-management is a great skill to be developed for life and work. It is not only for work, self-management. It's also for your whole life. So now, coming into the self-management skill, there are 3 skills which will help you to achieve self-management, the state of self-management, which will help you to achieve the state of self-management. Number 1 is initiative. So, number 2 is organization, and the number 3rd is accountability. So, accountability I cannot cover today, otherwise the audio will become very long, and I know listening to the long audios is really tough, I can understand. So, I will not make it that long, my dear students. So, here the practice part will come in initiative. The most important part, practice part. Who will practice? This is the first question. Who will practice? Teachers will practice. Parents will practice. Uncle will practice. Aunt will practice. No. But you yourself have to practice. You yourself have to take initiative, any good initiative which gives you happiness. It may be studies, but with awareness, with horse. I have always said that it is good to spend 3 hours with awareness in games instead of spending 3 hours without awareness in the study table. It is good that you spend 3 hours with awareness in your game instead of spending 3 hours without awareness in your study table. It will be valueless. Whatever you do without awareness, it will be valueless. If you don't know that why are you sitting in your study table, sometimes you don't even remember that you are exactly in which word, you are exactly in which page number. So, with awareness and your presence, realize whenever your teacher asks you any question in the class, automatically awareness is back, because you just met like an accident all of a sudden, so automatically the awareness comes back from wherever the awareness is. So initiative also should not be forceful. You have to take it by yourself. Like taking care of your garden is a good initiative. Studying and gaining knowledge is a good initiative. Taking care of the atmosphere of the school where you study is also a good initiative. But all this is to be done with awareness to achieve transformation. So, in this way, various other things are there. For example, as students, you can identify areas of improvement in your school's environment. So, like bullying, discipline, cleanliness, and talk to your teacher and principal about it. You can volunteer to address the issue in the school assembly. You generally do it. Educate fellow students and staff and inspire others to join you to resolve the issues. You do it like that. And number 2 is organization. Being organized is also very, very important. If you are punctual, you are organized. If you reach the school before time, you are organized. But if you reach the school before time without having breakfast, then you are not organized. Organized means that I do something by leaving some other work. That is not called organized, being organized. If you are not forced for any essential activities, then you are organized. If you take care of your time, your health, money, elders, resources, career by yourself, then you are organized. To achieve these organizational skills, you have to follow the following steps. Number 1 is, these are the steps to follow the organizational skills or organizational skills. So, it is number 1 step is that identify and define specific goals. To achieve goals, first you have to know your goal properly in details, and you have to live your goal. Live means LIVE. गोल के साथ जीना सीखना है. You have to live your goal every day, but again with awareness. Number 2 is breaking down goal into smaller tasks. Like when you get a complicated math, what do you do to solve it? You solve it by various small steps. Same, if you know your goal properly, then we can break it down into different steps, into various steps. Like all of a sudden you cannot reach your goal. There are, of course, if you want to be an IAS officer, so from class 1 you cannot directly jump to IAS officer. You have to, there is a several steps, there is a several process to be followed in this reaching your goal. You have to follow several process, and this several process means your goal is broken down into smaller task. Your goal is broken down into smaller tasks. You have to study maths, you have to study science, you have to study physics, chemistry, biology. You have to have many other skills along with your studies. So these are all small tasks that will help you to achieve the bigger goals. You have to adapt the SMART strategy. What is SMART strategy? SMART is an acronym. Like S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, and T time bound. Thus, adopting SMART strategy means you can clarify your idea, focus your efforts. You can clarify your idea, focus your effort, use your time and resources productively, and increase your chance of achieving what you want in life. Specific means a well-defined task help you to focus your effort. Specific task. Make it exact, specific. It is not like I think. It should not be I think. You have to concretely plan it. Yeah, it is exactly that. It is not I think. Next is measurable. A goal without a measurable outcome is like a sports competition without a scoreboard. So I hope you understand. Achievable. Set targets that are realistic and can be achieved. The realistic targets. What can I achieve? I can set that target. So it should not be unrealistic. Realistic. Devise a realistic plan. For example, rather than saying I will devote 8 hours to my studies after school every day, a more realistic goal may be to say I will study 3-4 hours regularly. And time bound. A time bound target informs you whether you are progressing at the right pace or not. For example, rather saying I will complete this chapter, a time bound target would be I will finish this chapter by 8 pm. So these things are very important. SMART strategy. This SMART strategy, please, if it is means you should take it in your life. The SMART strategy. SMART, the acronym is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Now after that step, breaking down goal into smaller tasks, the next step is time management. Now you know time management. It is not like you are reading about time management in class 9. No, you have been reading about time management from your birth onwards. Your parents has managed, before your parents has managed every times for you, like your eating time, your bathing time, your playing time, your roaming time. They used to manage everything. Now, after that, slowly, the burden has come to you. The burden is transferred to you that you have to manage your time by yourself. So some of you are doing, but some still, their parents are helping them to do it. So the parents, those who are helping the kids for doing that, those kids are not self-managed kids. And those kids are not taking initiative also. So if you want to be self-managed kids, then Nothing, you cannot take help from anybody to accomplish your task, to accomplish your goal. Now, coming to time management, time and tides wait for none. You know, everybody. We have been learning this for many years, but who cares? Nobody cares. Who doesn't value the time? Time shows them difficulties. Time is very powerful. It's very powerful and it has a great healing capability. Making study timetable and following it is one example. In this way, the value of time is very essential everywhere. The following steps will help you to manage the time properly. Number one is planning. An important part of your time management is planning. In order to control your workload, it is important to learn to plan each day, week, month, and year. If you have ever entered the principal's office or any office of any officer, you will always see they have a planner in their hand. There is a diary, a planner type diary, where the calendar is given, the calendar is set in that diary, and they write that in June 15, what is my work? Just like the reminder that you can set in your mobile phone. Same planning, same reminder they used to write down in their calendar. So planning, it's very important. In order to control your workload, it is important to learn to plan each day, week, month, and year. Always be realistic in estimating the time to accomplish the task, as it helps you to create effective planning. When you follow your plan, you are more organized. So when you really follow your plan, some of you are doing it very nicely. You are doing, I know, you have been doing for many years, so you are very successful. You know. Now the next one is estimate time required for each task. Next steps for time management. So estimate time required for each task. So be realistic in estimating the time required to accomplish the task, as it will help you to plan effectively. For example, if you are participating in a debate contest, estimate how much research time do you need, how long will it take you to write it, proofread it, and practice it. This estimation is very, very important in every place, in everywhere. Like we have estimate the school timing perfectly so that we can accommodate 8 periods along with 2 breaks and along with many other extracurricular activities. That is called estimation. Whenever we go for a very big function, we estimate the time of each and every items. That the first dance is of how many minutes, the drama is of how many minutes, that is of how many minutes, and then we calculate the time and we go for a total timing. So this is called estimating. Next step is prioritize and schedule. Prioritize your task based on importance and urgency while preparing your schedule. For example, consider your school calendar for exams, weekly and daily assignments, school events, family special events, friends' birthday, etc. If you can accommodate all of them, and if you cannot, then choose which one are more important and which one you can forego. Make weekly and daily to-do list accordingly. Another thing, learn to say no. So sometimes it is very important that when you are overburdened and when you cannot follow whatever you are doing, then it is not wise to start a new task, to start a new work. So learn to say no. It's also very important. And the last step is spending the right time on right activity. Set a time limit to complete the task. Like your parents, our parents, we have learned from them that when you read, and when you play, you play. You don't play when you read, and you don't read when you play. If you set a time constant on a particular task, it will help you to be more focused and efficient. So these are all the tasks, these are all the steps for time management. Now there is one thing left, that is accountability. Accountability I will not take today. After 2-3 days I will take the accountability. That's all for today. I hope God will help you to be self-managed. God will help you to transform yourself and you lead a very happy life. Thank you very much and have a good day ahead.